Hello, my name's Rob and welcome to SwiftSlots. Now I have a friend, I've known him for many years, 20 plus years. His name is Kevin, you know who you are. I guarantee you he'll be watching this video. He watches a lot of my videos and he finds it really amusing that I don't ever swear in my videos because knowing me personally, it's quite different. But trust me, in this video, I'm trying everything that I can within my power to not swear, because this is a really annoying video that I have to make. So I'm doing this off the cuff. I haven't thought about it in my mind. I'm just going to blurt it out to you. So there'll be lots of ers and ums and kind of stops and trying to find different words. And I'm desperately going to be trying not to swear. So eBay. Now I've got an eBay account. I've had it for years. I've got 4,500 feedbacks. It's all positive. Now, I buy a lot of stuff on eBay. I sell a few bits on eBay as well. And my business is a mail order business. I manufacture products, I wrap them up and I send them. And I don't have any problems with my packaging. But eBay sellers, they seem to have this issue. They seem to think that once you buy something or they sell something on eBay, once they've whacked it in the post and they've told eBay that it's been sent, they're completely devoid of any other responsibility. Well, you're not. If you're an eBay seller and someone buys something from you, you have to make sure that that product gets to your customer in good condition, perfect condition, the same condition as you sold it. It's not enough to just whack it in the post in a cornflakes box with no packaging or just a thin plastic bag that will just get crushed the second it hits the Royal Mail. That's not good enough. And I've been hit by eBay now 3 times in 1 week and it's really wearing thin. I bought a lot of things on eBay over the years and some of it hasn't gone all that well, and I've grumbled about some of the things and I've sorted out with the seller and eBay and I got it all sorted out. But 3 times in 1 week is really quite irritating. And this box here is a beautiful model car that I had to buy from Spain because it's the only one I can get. As we all know, Spain is the absolute epicenter of the world for slot cars. If it's not in Spain, it's probably not available. And this car came from Spain and I'm going to show you all about this in a minute. And the seller was, I'm struggling to find another word. Anyway, so I got a video coming up very soon all about these Scalextric XJR9s. This beautiful car. Now the thing that I want to do with it is I want to take one of these cars and turn it into a monster. So I thought it'd be lovely to have this Castrol one. I love this Castrol one. It's really nice. It'd be really nice to have the silk cut one as well as a matching pair, mint cars, and then I'm going to do a third one as an absolute SwiftSlots turbo build. So I started off with my beautiful Castrol and I did fall on my feet with this car. It really is everything I wanted it to be and more. It's even got its wing mirrors. Beautiful white, beautiful chassis, absolutely pristine. Really landed on my feet with that one. So I thought, right, now I want to find a silk cut car. And I buy this one. And as you can tell, it's extremely yellow. So the car itself is absolutely fine, but it's quite yellow. And kind of my fault. You can kind of see it in the video, in the pictures on the listing. It is what it is. You know, it's not as nice as this one. Not really all that happy with it though. I didn't complain to the seller. My missus said, I love that car. I want it. She loves it. And I said, well, all right, you can have it then. That's fine. Well, that solves that. I said, what about the yellowness? She said she likes it. She likes the fact that it's aged, has a certain je ne sais quoi with regards its look. She liked it. So shall I give it to her? So I went looking for another one. And then I found another silk cut car, and the images, I'll try and put these images here as I go. So I found another silk cut car and it looked stunning in the pictures. It should be about here. And as you can see, it looks beautiful white. And the description said that it was absolutely fine. So I thought, right, I'll buy it. And it's this one here. And as you can see, if I compare it to that one, it's equally as white. And if I compare, yellow, sorry. And if I compare it to the Castrol, you can see it's just, if I can compare these original ones, one's yellow, one's white. I passed on this one, whatever. This one looked fantastic in the picture. And as you can see, it's just as yellow as the original silk cut car. Now again, I didn't complain to the seller. I thought, oh well, there we are. What I'll probably do is I'll end up with the other cars and I'll mix and match them and I'll make some really nice cars. And the one that ends up being the least nice but perfectly good, I'll list it on eBay. I'll be honest with you, I'll say it's slightly yellowed body, but the rest of it, blah blah, it's all okay. And I'll sell it on. And I didn't really complain to either of these sellers. I just sucked it up and moved on. And then on my listing, on my eBay page, I had this. I've been watching it for weeks. and it's a lot of money, and I had to sell some things to try and finance it, so I had to make some personal sacrifices to buy it, because I can't afford to buy that car. The price that it is £150, or probably about what, $175, and there might well be a shipping fee, an import tax, because it's come from Spain to the UK, so I might get caught for a little tax bill in a couple of days' time, on top of the cost of the fact that it's already expensive. So it was expensive. I've been watching it for weeks. I've been umming and ahhing it up. I've been selling some stuff to try and make the money up, and so on and so forth. And eventually I said, all right, I'll buy it. I pressed the buy it now button. Now I looked at the shop, I found the address, and the shop is a beautiful little shop in the back streets of a really nice town in Spain. All lovely traditional stonework. Their shop front's beautiful. It's got a nice slot cars in the window, and there's a lovely eBay picture of their inside the shop. It's lovely. It's idyllic. I put the pictures here. Really nice seller. So I was really comfortable that it was coming from a reputable seller. Their feedback is okay. There's a couple of whinges on there about, it's taken a bit of time to get there. Generally, though, it's pretty good. So I thought, this is really good. It's a lovely car, brand new car, listed as brand new, and it looks beautiful, and I'm going to buy it, and I bought it. So here is the box. Now, I was going to put these cars over here. They'll probably end up being out of shot, but that's fine. So what I want to do, I want to show you this box. Now, this is a message to all you eBay sellers out there selling slot cars. Please take note. I've sold lots of slot cars on eBay, and I bought lots of slot cars on eBay. I'm also retail for my day job as well, so I know what I'm talking about here. So please, if you're an eBay seller of slot cars, I mean, we're on a slot car channel, so let's stick to slot cars. If you're an eBay seller for slot cars, please take note of this video. Just, if you're going to sell slot cars, or if you've got some going out tomorrow morning in the post to your people that have won them, just think of this, and you watch this video, just think of this video, and just think of me having a rant on this video, because the guy at the other end of your sale could be me, or it could be anybody, and it's really tiring to get caught by this. And this is the third this week. This is different from that. They weren't really described all that well, but this is different. This is broken, and it's really, looking for another word not to swear. So what I've done is I've put this box back together again with small sellotape. But all I've done is just, as you can see, I'll try and take this bit off. It's just this 1-inch tape. But what they've done it together was wider tape. So other than that, this is exactly how it came to me. And I'll take it apart for you slowly so that you can see my issue with this packaging. So I'll start on the end here. I just undo. Well, let's just start from the beginning. So this is an expensive model car. It's a Carrera 1/24th scale, and you can see that it's not even in a proper box. Now this might end up costing me £200 if I get caught for import tax, and it's quite a hefty tax because now the UK is out of Europe with Brexit and so on. I don't know what those taxes are going to be, so I've already paid about £150 for this, so there might be another £30. I don't know yet, and maybe not. So this has cost me a lot of money. So you can see this isn't a particularly good box. Now I'm going to go to the mic and you can try and hear what I can hear. Ready? Now I'm sure that you can hear that. That doesn't bode well, right? So whoever packed this up would have known that right from the start. So there's irritation number one. So let's carry on. Let's just open this box up now. I'm only peeling back the little bit of sellotape that I put on it, just for the purposes of this video. So see if you can spot problem number 64, right? There's the end of the box, and look, what can you see? One thin little bit of cardboard, and then the actual box. Now, that's not good. So let's pull this out. There we are. Right, so as you can see, pretty good around the outside, but nothing on the end. So there's your first problem. So here we are. So here's the box. Now, what's protecting that box? Nothing. One layer of little tiny bubble wrap. It's not even big bubble wrap. It's just little tiny bubble wrap. So let's just undo that again, and we'll take that out. Now, you can hear that. I wonder what we're going to see as the problem. Now, the people were really good, and they took the screw out the bottom. So that's thing number one. If you're going to send a slot car in the post, undo that screw or bolt or whatever it happens to be. Put the bolt somewhere safe, wrap it in bubble wrap, whatever. And with the car, wrap the car up with bubble wrap. Now, you could say, well, it's got bubble wrap in it. But it hasn't, because if I take the lid off, that bubble wrap is doing nothing. So if you're going to send one, wrap the car in bubble wrap all the way around and on the end, so that when it goes in the box, it's contained. It can't move. because if the car can move, it does that. Now hopefully you can see that. I'll put some pictures as well. Massive vertical cracks, and there's also a crack here as well in the actual crystal case. Now, like I say, this is a really expensive 1/24th scale Carrera car. As you know, they're not cheap in the first place. But just flapping around, and what's happened is this car has gone sliding back and forth in the box like that, smashing both ends of the box. So the box is wrecked. Now this box is labelled to this car, so I've now got a box that's not very good for this car. The car, thankfully, is beautiful. Now I was going to do a happy video with this car. I was going to do an unboxing, and I was going to do a real happy SwiftSlots build on, show you all the way around it. I'll probably do a little video anyway, but anyway, that was the car. I love this hot rod. It's absolutely stunning. Now, I build hot rods on this channel, as you know, because I want a really nice hot rod. So I put a lot of effort into getting the paintwork right and everything else. But it's a lot of work. It costs me about £60 to make the model. And then it takes me about 3 weeks to actually make it. So it's about £60 in cost and then 3 weeks worth of work. And sometimes it's nice to just pay the money. You know, just pay the money. Beautiful car. It's all done. Just pay the money and take the car. And then, you know, gather up your momentum for the next big build. But it's nice to just buy a car. But when it turns up like this, all damaged and broken, you think, why? What a waste. So I'm sure that Carrera didn't build this car so that they could get it smashed up in the last mile delivering it to me. I'm sure that wasn't the point of this car. It's just ridiculous. So they got all the parts in it there, just still floating around. And look, another little gift. The back bumper. The number plate, sorry, because the car is able to just swing around inside the box, I don't have a back bumper, a number plate anymore. I've now got to glue it on. No big deal, but it shouldn't be like that. So I'm very appreciative that they actually unbolted the bolt. It's actually down there. I took it on the floor. So it's nice that they took that out, and it's nice that they separated the car, because what happens if you don't do that in postage, it can happen, is it either rips the bottom of the chassis apart because the weight of the car, or it smashes a hole in the box. So definitely, if you're going to send them, unscrew the screw, wrap the car full of bubble wrap so it can't move in the case, and then put the bolt somewhere where it's safe. So that's my rant for this video, trying not to swear as I go. So if you're an eBay seller and you sell a model car, in the case of this video being a slot car channel, please think of people like me that buy these cars for a collection. Some of us aren't sort of, you know, racers that just put the car on a track and go, and if the box gets broken, well, it gets broken, whatever, who cares. Some of us buy these cars with a lot of thought. I say this has been on my eBay page for about 3 weeks, and I've had to sell things to be able to afford to buy this. And then it turns up badly packaged, badly wrapped, and all broken in the case. And it's really, really, really disappointing. And just please, if you're going to send out something on eBay, just think about this video and think about the disappointment, because I've now had to start up an eBay thing with the seller, which means he's back in Spain, which means, you know, what's going to happen? I don't know. They haven't responded yet. It's been 24 hours. So who knows? If they don't bother to respond, eBay will just say, I have to send the car back. And I don't want to send the car back. I don't want to send it back. I love the car. Don't love the box, but I love the car. And I haven't been able to find another one of these on eBay. So, you know, this is like the only one in the world that I could find at the time. There'd probably be one in, I don't know, 6 months' time or never or whatever. But I've got it now and I love it. But the box. However, a little shining beacon on the hill of misery was Sean at Pendleslot. I sent Sean an email and I said, Sean, do me a favour. Have you got a box that I can have to, or buy, to replace this one, to try and get me out of this, because I'm not sending the car back and I don't want it without a case. I don't want a broken case. And he has. So, little shining light. If you got a problem and maybe nobody else can solve it, maybe you could hire Pendle Slot Racing. So if you have a problem with anything like this, give Pendle Slot Racing a little email. Say, I've got this problem, I've got this missing part or this little broken bit. Are you able to help me out? And you never know, they might be able to, because there's a lot of the things they've got there that is in the background. It's not necessarily on their website, or sometimes it's quite difficult to find all the stuff that they've got. But you never know. Give them a shout. They might be able to help you out. So that's the really nice silver lining on this video, is if you're going to send stuff in eBay, make sure it's well wrapped. And if it turns up to you broken and you're kind of like, well, what am I going to do? give Sean a ring, an email at Pendle Slot Racing, and they might be able to help you out. Anyway, sorry for the ranty video, but I'm a little bit miffed, a little bit disappointed, but I love my hot rod. So take from this video what you will, and I'm going to go back to my bench and create something else for you to watch that's a little bit more positive in the next video. So if you've enjoyed this content, maybe you could hit the subscribe button and the little bell. So that'll be awesome. Until the next time, when I'll be a little bit happier, thank you very much.